Hey everybody, it's time to swing. We're still swinging, and I'm your host Thomas. And today, family, we talking about P Diddy and the band. All right, P Diddy never wanted the band. All right, at the time he was doing the band, he wasn't really interested in music no more. Okay, family, look, MTV had offered him a whole boatload of money for that show, and his only interest in the band was that show. So look, that's why a lot of these the band members, some of them disgruntled, some of them found it particularly easy to get out of their contracts. And I'm telling you right now, family, it's because Diddy wasn't interested. All right. So look, without further ado, we're gonna jump into the story. Now follow me because we starting it off with Freddy P. All right, remember, Freddy P got out of his contract. Sara saying Diddy violated her. Freddy P got something to say about it. And Choppa got something to say about it. All right, Ali got weighed in, Jane Deal, and more. So without further ado, family, let's hop into it.
You get out your contract with Bad Boy.
Oh, I got my contract because of I was dealing with this with my bro, man, and his name Ali. He just did a interview with Vlad, man. Real nigga. I think it's the realest nigga that ever came out of Miami, man. And the niggas in Miami right now who in charge, they only in charge because bro got moved out the way. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the way bro stood for Miami, like you couldn't do in Miami unless you was doing it for a Miami artist too. He'll let you have fun, like he just want. But bro started this whole Zopound thing. That was like my brother, man. Him, Graylin, them boys came back for me. Them the only niggas, you know what I'm saying, that came for me and tried to help me after the Diddy shit, man. Bro looked out for me, man. Bro, the realest nigga I ever met in my life. He done got President P out his deal. He done helped Loon. He done helped Mace. He done helped me. This a street nigga from Miami. Niggas, I'm talking about started on the corner of Miami and worked his way in the industry with these niggas. And he just, man, I was out of my contract like this. That's why I kept telling people like, man, Puff no better. The niggas I was with got their hands around him. You know what I'm saying? The niggas I got love for, niggas I call brothers, it's real niggas, man. Like, they made their way to Puff, self-made niggas. And if you go see the interview, you see he was feeding Lil Wayne, he was feeding a lot of niggas. I'm talking about all street money when Baby wasn't even feeding. You know what I'm saying? Man, he done did so much for the city. He done broke up so many deals. He the type of brother where he get the checks, he just don't have the artists. So he got the relationships at University of Atlanta. He just need you to do your part because these people ready to throw a check. They always ready.
Family, let me tell you, Ali got Freddie P out of his contract so easily because Diddy ain't want nothing to do with him. Diddy didn't want nothing to do with the band. He had no interest in the band. And you can see Freddie P was clearly a problem. I'm only gonna do a little bit more of Freddie P so you can get a whiff of who this guy is, first of all.
To give him money and help him out. But he always, man, there's like he done did so much for the city, dog. And you see all these niggas right now, they just in the way, man. They basically eating off of he crawled so they can walk. And he did what he had to do. He got me out of my contract. That was my brother, man, gave me a Lexus. Man, I remember one day I asked this nigga for some money. I didn't even know this nigga was big as he was. I just, my brother from Carol City, my brother being Carol City, my brother Pressure, is my right-hand man, like, and we do everything together. Like, we got blood on the streets together. This is my right-hand man. And he was telling me when I first met, because I ain't know who Zoe was. I ain't know who Ali was. I knew a House of Fire and shit like that. But on some streets, I ain't know who he was. You feel me? Like, I'm a slider. I'm just a little nigga who shoot. Like, not me. I'm just saying the game. So we was just on some, we want to get paid to do shit. And we ran into a nigga like him. We learned so much.
Understand, family. That's why Diddy didn't want to do music no more. He was dealing with a bunch of guys like Freddie P. All right, and he was making so much money in other places, this became a hassle to him. Understand, Freddie P was trying to be a thug. He wanted to rap, but he really wanted to be in jail if you listen to his story. All right, he had all these opportunities, and he was trying to find somebody who was trying to sign him. You know what I'm saying? For some narcotics. He wanted to prove he was a street dude. Diddy ain't got time for that. That's why it was so easy for Ali to do this.
Yeah.
And you helped Freddie P get out his contract, right?
Yeah, I got a couple people out of contract too. I got Freddy P out of contract with Puff. Freddy P was in Miami. You know, Freddy P was that little dirty motherfucker there. He from Liberty City. And that little nigga there, he from Liberty City, from Lincolnfield Projects, and he really didn't understand Puff can commercialize you. And he really ain't get it. I was having trouble with him though, trying to book him. When I book him, I gotta try to get Baz and Ness and Choppa, manager. So I really couldn't move him how I wanted to, because I could have been successful with him. Got him a little Lexus, you know what I'm saying, 470. Gave him a little shit. He's still sucking his thumb and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I got his mind right. I took him through the mall. I said, man, look at this shit, man. You on the second reality show, dude. After the real. I said, man, look at this shit, dog. So I'm hollering at Puff too. Puff agreed. You want him? Yeah. He said, he a headache. I said, I got him, but I really need him. Like, we can't do this 3-4 months later. I'm trying to do something. So Puff said, you got him? I say, man, I need to do this like now though. We can't do this 3-4 months later. Cause it be a drag technique be going on, you know what I'm saying? But he let it, my lawyer and his lawyer say they talking. I said, they talking? Yeah. I said, all right, cool. So I take Freddy P to the mall, yeah. I'm like, man, look at this shit, man. We got 21 people following us, man. 17 of them is white people, man. You want MTV, not VH1, not MTV2. Tighten up. But this cheesecake word got him saying retarded shit. Man, I'm trying to kill Puff. I want to kill Puff. I'm like, huh? Oh, man, I gotta get him, dog. That nigga played me. Man, what you talking?
Understand, family? This was why it was so easy to get Freddie P out of his contract. What can you do with a guy like that as an executive? He don't have no do right in him. He just blew opportunity after opportunity. All right, like he blew the opportunity that Zoe gave him.
Talking about? I said, I just told you on MTV. Look at us. Look what we got behind us. And I got the release. My nigga, let's focus, man, and push the end.
Family, do you think it would have been that easy to get somebody valuable out of their contract? Listen, Diddy only interest in the band was the deal he got from MTV to do the show. That's it.
Issue, dog. We're gonna do the solo album and we're gonna do what we do. But the cheesecake really got fooled on some, oh man, I can't. I got him. He going. We going to the studio. We knocking out songs. But he never really got focused. I'm talking about I ain't must take that man letter. That nigga wrote me like first 10, 12 years. I'm like, man, you a cold fuck up, man. Niggas like you the one that got me up in this shit, dog. Trying to make sure, man, treating you better than my jit, man. Man, don't write me no more, dog. Get the fuck on.
Family, Ali was doing 30 years at the time. When a man doing 30 years, you know, prison is the loneliest place on earth. And he told you not to write him no more. That need to explain to you the kind of idiot that Freddie P is.
He was making the bid. I went there from 99 to about 2004 to 2005, something like that. I was there when Danny came there and some of Ness, some of the things, Ness, a couple of those guys that were still around because they was writing and doing some things. But I was there for part of it. When the camera was off, how was he treating him? Like he wasn't. Nah, he had no plans. That's all. That was all from MTV show. That was all for MTV show, bro. He ain't had no plans for them. Not at all. He really had no plans for Danny Kane. And they sold.
What I tell you, family, Diddy ain't have no plans for the band. I told you. At the time, he wasn't in the doing music no more. You see, he ain't really do nothing after that. He did that Danny Kane and all of that until he got bored, and then he just abandoned that. You feel where I'm coming from? Diddy ain't have no interest in music at that time. The only reason he even formed a band was for the show for MTV. They gave him a boatload of money. So his only interest in the band was doing the show. After the show was over, he had no more use for the band.
Records. And I that's why I had said that thing about what he had said, because I think it's the parents or somebody was getting at him. They was the parents, the management, or whatever like that was getting at him hard. And that's when he made that statement that I had said. He said, yo, they keep effing with me. I'ma drug all of them up and pimp them out to my nigga. And I said that on your show before. So he didn't have no real plans for them. Not at all. You see what happened after the MTV shit went off? If you had plans for him, you the super producer, somebody should have been all right.
So he was just playing games with them when he was making them go walk to get cheesecake and all.
Family, at the time, right? He wasn't even dealing with the artists that was on Bad Boy that had traction. You understand? I'm talking about the artists that was already moving in their direction. They were screaming because Diddy wasn't paying them no mind. Diddy was really finished with music at that time. He was making so much money everywhere else that just wasn't worth his time no more. And you see the kind of people he got to deal with, Freddy P's. When you're making the kind of money Diddy was making, this headache is unnecessary.
That was all.
Yeah, that's his ego. You know what I'm saying? That's his ego. Then he'll sit back in the studio, because he had like a big room, whereas that with this giant television we used to eat up in there, and it was like sometimes artists are going there and write, you know what I'm saying, Jennifer Lopez, they would go in there with a writer and write a song or something like that. It was a
Shout out to the chat. Colton James Hodge, salute my brother.
cool room. He would go in there and just talk about, you know, all kinds of crazy shit about people or whoever it was. You know what I mean? Especially those kids.
What was he saying?
You know, it was just regular bullshit. You know, like who was hot, who was not. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't wait till this shit was over with. Stuff like that. That's how it was, bro. He was getting all the money from that. If they was getting $100 a day, I'd be remiss. They wasn't even making $100 a day, man. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get none of his time. They really couldn't get his time. Only one could get his time, I think it was Ness, and Ness was doing some writing for him. That's the only time Ness could get time, because Ness was writing songs for him.
Family, at this time, Diddy wasn't interested in the music. He was making so much money everywhere else. I'm telling you, it was more in his way than actually even helping him. All right. And the headache he was having to deal with just wasn't worth it to him no more. He ain't want to do music no more at this time. He ain't want nothing else to do with it.
You got to realize he's doing his album, he's doing his stuff, so he's using that to get their publishing. Them kids is having nightmares right now, bruh, for that cheesecake, going over the Brooklyn Bridge, walking all the way over there hoping that they was going to get a deal, hoping they was going to do something with him, and he had no plans.
Listen, family, they did get a deal. They got mad exposure. Okay, listen, they could have took it and done some things. You see some of them still around doing stuff now. All right, they got a better shot than most people that's trying to rap or sing gonna ever get.
Wasn't doing none of that shit. It's not funny, man.
Shout out everybody. Shout out everybody. Look, fair use, family. Fair use, family. This next guy up do not represent the views of this channel. I was searching for this interview with Sara and I could not find it, family. This the only place I could find it with this guy. Once again, family, this brother does not represent the views of this channel. This was the only place I could find the video.
She got to say.
Because after that one incident, which was very inappropriate.
Family, I promise I'm gonna get them off of here as soon as she done.
What happened? As much as you're comfortable to talk about.
Well, the incident, basically, I was by myself.
For those of you who don't know, this is Sara from the band. This is Sara from the band. Remember, she was a member of the band. She's speaking about how Diddy violated her. Listen to her, family.
So, and I was, this was hard to talk about. Like, about this. Well, the incident, basically, I was by myself. And I was, well, he touched me in a place that he shouldn't have. That was inappropriate. And I felt, I felt intimidated. I felt like, oh my God, what the heck happened just now? I'm definitely nervous.
Girl.
Because like I said, I haven't said anything for so long. And it's built up. It's been 20 years of going through my mind. Like, this has happened, that's happened, this was.
Family, even this guy don't believe her. I'm telling you, I seen this a million times, family. This what always happened when for the past 20 years, she ain't been doing nothing. And she ended up giving them something, thinking this was going to get her somewhere. And when it didn't get her nowhere, now she got this story right here.
Stopped mentally, like, draining.
Listen. All I can.
Okay, that story over, family. We ain't about to do that. So listen, now you heard she said that Diddy violated her, family. She said Diddy violated her. Okay, family, let's hear what Choppa talking about.
It made Sara. She did an interview for a documentary saying that Diddy violated her. You seen it?
I'm gonna be honest. You heard me? I can't be a person that I can't do that. I just can't be fake, bro. So I'm gonna keep it G. It's all respect and love for Sara, you know. But at the end of the day, I would say I don't think that's true. And the reason why I would say that there is because at the end of the day, Diddy used to come down. We had the making the band Penthouse. This when we already made the band. You dig? Diddy used to come downstairs like 3, 4 in the morning, bro, and tell Sara, like, come on. And she'll get up and she'll go with him. And then she'll come back down about 4 hours later, hair messy, makeup all smeared up, drunk, and look like she got period. And she did that at least 3 to 4 times, multiple times. So I don't think that that's true.
What I tell you, family?
That man violated her. I think that she was ecstatic, she was bucked up, and she couldn't wait to fuck him. And that's just my opinion. And everybody used to talk about Sara fucking Diddy anyway around the bad boy office. So I don't think that's true. And there's no disrespect to Sara, but 100 is 100. You got to keep it real, yeah. And I just don't feel like Sara was telling the truth because I've seen it with my own eyes, you know. Did it fucking on that girl buku times, and she was not feeling violated or nothing. She was happy, facts, and she thought that you heard.
Family, in case you don't remember, right? Let me take you back to that time. Sara was married, right? She had a husband, and everybody used to be like, her husband mean, mean. Bro, he wasn't mean. He was just there to protect his wife's interests. But family, he couldn't stay in that penthouse with her. And family, he sent his wife into the lion's den. She trying to be a singer. And she around people who she think can make it happen for. You think her love for him going to trump her what her wanting this? It's not. It's not. She gonna do whatever she think gonna get her this. And she gonna think what's between her legs get her this.
Me, courtesy of her fucking on him, that she was going to get privileges, and did it drew it to the side like she was nothing. And no offense to Sara, but that's just my opinion, and that's my truth, and I'm keeping it real. I don't think Diddy violated her. Facts. Because Sara used to get drunk, and Sara used to get drunk on her own, like on Making the Band. That was and Sara, and shout out to Sara though, but that's the first time I had alcohol in my life with Sara, and I had a Long Island iced tea. That was my first drink in my life. I hated weed smoke. I hated alcohol. I hated all that shit growing up, and I grew up in the ghetto, and I hated all that shit. But when I got around Sara, I started drinking, and to this day I still drink. Bad habit, but I kind of like it. But yeah, bro, Sara used to get drunk, and she tend to do things she shouldn't be doing as a married woman.
Family, understand why I built the men's channel, okay? Because we need to be able to talk to each other about stuff like this. And if I build a women's channel, family, I can't bring this. They're gonna get upset. They're gonna get upset, leave, and don't want to come back. That's why when I say my subscribers was 87% women and 12% men, I started understanding a lot. Now it's 90% men and 10% women, because I changed some things, fellas, because we need to be able to talk about this. You see, because every time I ever said I didn't believe Sara, people would just go crazy. And I had logical reasons for why I didn't believe her. Because I know she went in that house knowing she looked better than the other girls and that Diddy was going to want her. And she was not going to be able to wait because she thought that was going to be her ticket to stardom. She was just going to sleep with Diddy. She thought Diddy was going to feel the way about her that her husband did. She got to think that way, family. But I'm telling you, she never looked at the fact that Diddy got 100 of her and what's going to make her any different. But that's not how she thinking, because her interest is her interest, family. You feel where I'm coming from? And I knew she didn't get what she was looking for. And now 20 years later, somebody done something to you. It just didn't make any sense, family. All right, like a lot of them stories that you hear, they don't make sense. But I built the man's channel so we could come here and say it don't make sense.
And I'm just gonna say at the end of the day, that's what I seen, that's what I know, and it is what it is. Sara used to get drunk, get freaky, and do things she shouldn't have been doing.
Sorry, pardon me, family. I'm building a men's channel so we could come here. And yo, this is our space where we come and rock and we say how we feel and we say what's on our mind. You feel me? Without having to be judged for it. And nobody at our throat because we want to tell the truth.
So did it violating her? That's cap. She was excited to do it. Facts.
and I don't know if this is true or not, but somebody told me behind the scenes that she was messing around with Genuine. You know anything about that?
All right, so I'm going to say this here. And like, you see how you asked me about Diddy and Sara? I 100% confirmed that because I used to see her come down looking like she got, and then word around Bad Boy was she was getting by him. With the Genuine situation, we was in Mobile, Alabama, you dig? And Genuine stayed a couple doors down from me. And Genuine knocked on my door. And when he knocked on my door, he was like, "What's down, Chop?" Like, "What's down, bruh?" He was like, "Say, where's Sara at?" Like, I don't understand how that went that way. Why would he say that there? But he knocked on my door and said, "Where's Sara at?" I'm like, in my mind, because back in the G, you know, Sara was married. And in my mind, I thought Sara was like the goodest, goody two-shoe, look, you know, pretty woman ever, innocent. And when he said that to me, I'm like, "Nick, what?" And he was like, "Nick, I got two girls in here." He said, "I got two girls in here. You know, tell me what room Sara in. You heard me? And you can come in here and these bitches." And I'm young and dumb.
Family. He sent his wife in the lion's den. He thought his love for her love for him will overpower what she want, and never.
So I kind of took him up on that offer and I went into the room. Crazy, but I went into the room and knocked both of the bitches down. Paused, but that low key was like in that motherfucker watching and playing 50 Cent on a laptop. Shit was wild. But I'm young and dumb and I'm fucking, you know, back in the G, you know, fucking bitches with your partners and all that shit. That used to be cool back in the G.
He said Genuine sat there and watched him, huh?
Yeah, so I didn't look at it like a bad thing.
He said Genuine came looking for Sara and told him, "Look, just tell me where Sara room at and you can have these two girls right here." So he said, cool. He took them two girls and gave her Sara room. See, Sara gonna be on anybody she think can get her where she trying to go. All right. Her husband can't get her where she trying to go. All right. And listen, bro, good luck with you thinking it worked like that.
I looked at it like I'm living rapper heaven. I'm fucking too hard. You heard me? And after that shit was over with, you dig, I told him what room Sara was in. And I'm just gonna say at the end of the day, he left out of his room and he came back in his room hours later. So I don't know what happened. He could have been walking in the park. But I doubt it. That's just my opinion about it.
You feel me? She was loose. She got on the loose, family. She was on the loose. He sent his wife in the lion's den. She got ate.
Facts.
If your girl trying to be famous, family, you might want to come back to her after she pursue her dream.
And there's nothing against Sara though. I don't ever want to make it seem like you dig, but at the end of the day, facts are the facts. Facts are the facts. It is what it is. Facts are the facts. I think Sara was dotting. I think Sara was fucking who she wanted to. Well, and that's just my opinion. So that did it violating the situation? Say, bro, I don't think that's true because when she got drunk, she got a little wicked. So that's all I'm gonna say about that with Sara.
And check out what else she was up to, family, because we keeping it busting.
But I heard Sara, she was messing around with Freddy P.
Yeah, she did. Fred definitely knocked it down for sure.
Freddy P, family. Now, Freddy P was that dude, the first dude up on this program here tonight. That was Freddy P. That dirty, filthy project dude right there. That was Freddy P with no sense in his head. This man, family, imagine to know you a straight up dude, been working hard to provide a good life for your wife and your kids. You took the kids while she pursue her dreams, stay here to man up so you can help her pursue her dreams. And you find out that your beautiful wife was so loose in there, she was even smashing Freddy P. Bro, this dude was a serious dude. Just trying to help his wife pursue her dream. They called him mean just because he was trying to protect his wife's interest. Because let me tell you something, family. Anytime you try to be a man, they're going to call you names. Anytime it's time to man up, they're going to call you names. That's why I built the man's channel. See, they called him mean just because he was trying to protect his wife's interest. And look what his wife was doing to him the whole time he was trying to protect her interest. This what she was doing to him, family. He sent her in the lion's den. I'm telling you, family, if your girl trying to be famous, you might want to holler at her after she pursue that.
But that's how it all started, though. You heard me? That's how it all started, bro. It started with Fred knocking it down. That's when I looked at Sara like a totally different type of woman. Because in my mind, growing up, you heard me? I thought like the married people were like 100 forever together. You dig? And Sara low key high.
Family, you know how many brothers told me that yo, they thought they thought married women was the was the most respectable women in the world until they had an experience like Freddie, seeing how a married woman act, and it changed their whole perception of marriage and women from that point on.
Key, triple key, changed my perception of how I see women. You dig? And I hate to say that, yeah, but changed my whole perception, because I remember Fred, you dig? And Fred, don't judge me, baby. You're not laying, but Chop gonna keep it real. And that was a wild life we had at that moment. So keeping it real and, telling the history of our life, our journey is dope to me. So I'm going to say it. Fred was like, Chop. He's like, sit it. I fucked Sara. I said, no, you didn't, bitch. He said, yes, I did. I said, no, you didn't. He was like, I did. I fucked Sara. I said, how much you want to bet you ain't fucked Sara? He said, I'll bet my show money. And that's how me and Fred used to get down. Our bets used to be the show money with each other. So he was like, let's bet the show money. So I was like, all right, cool. So the next city we went to, you heard me, the deal was this here. Fred was going to leave a latch. He leave a latch so it could be compatible with the door so I can be able to walk in, And if I walk in and see it, I lost the bet. And basically that's exactly what happened. We went to another city. We was actually in New York City and we standing in a hotel. And Fred texted me, and back in the G, it used to be sidekicks. Remember sidekicks?
Yeah, I remember them, yeah.
Yeah. Fred hit me on that was the shit. You hear me? But Fred hit me on the sidekick and was like, Nick, I'm in the room. Come on, I left the latch open for you.
Family, she was doing all that. She was doing the most. And at the end of the day, she came back and said Diddy violated her. Why, family? Because she don't got nothing to lose. He just told you, now we know she lying, that's it. So ain't nothing going. That's why it's so easy for them to make them accusations, because they got everything to gain and nothing to lose. And then they had a nerve to get upset with us when we got some questions about some of this stuff. We shouldn't have no questions about some of this stuff, even when it clearly don't make no sense and we know it didn't happen. We still can't have no problem with it. Yeah, right.
So I'm excited. I ain't gonna count with you, brother. I'm excited. You did, because I always wanted to see Sara naked. I'm sorry, I did. So I'm coming over there. I'm creeping, you dig? I'm creeping and excited. I can't wait.
Pause for the cause. Family, I just need y'all to know I'm burying the N-word. All right, I heard my son saying it earlier. I got upset, family, because I don't want them talking like that. And if I don't want them talking like that, I can't be talking like that. All right, listen, it's time for me to stand on that. Listen, that language out of here for me.
I open the door. I come creeping through the door. I turn right. You dig? I pass the bathroom. You heard me? I go right. Sara tearing this nigga up, son. I'm talking about fucking the shit out of Fred. And Fred she riding Fred, and Fred looking at me, and he's sucking his dumbest shit. I was joked out, son. You heard me? And then Sarah, I made a mistake and walked backwards, you dig? And when I walked backwards, it was probably some.
Family, this ain't funny to me. You know why? Because I'm thinking about her husband. And if I was her husband, listening to Choppa tell this story right here and how I would feel. To know all I was trying to do for my wife and my family. And this was how she thought she should be treating me, making me look stupid. Bro, she was with Freddy P. Bro, from everything I seen about him, he was a serious dude. All about his family. Brothers, family. My father always told me one thing, this, and it held true. He said, in a relationship, somebody always messing up. He said, boy, you better make sure that somebody you.
M&Ms, you heard me, or some Skittles, you dig? And I made a mistake and stepped on it, and Sarah looked back and jumped off. Fred was like, oh my God, you know, and crying by the wall and shit. I'm like, Sarah, say, bro, it's all gravy. I don't care. I was like, I already know. She said, you already knew? I said, yes. Fred said he already done it before. Fred, you running your mouth and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, Fred used to knock Sarah down for sure. Yeah, Fred used to shout at Sarah. No doubt about it. Tell her what's up. Fred loves Sarah, dog. He used to love Sarah. Facts.
Why they didn't make it official?
Because Sarah was married. How you gonna make something official and you got a family to go home to? You dig? And her husband would have gone and tried to kill her. He would have found that out. But we kept that a secret a long time around y'all. We did.
You feel me, family? And yo, he right. You feel me? Yo, you know what that would have done to a man? To be a serious man who doing all of this and to know that your wife smashing Freddy P. Freddy P of all people too. That means, yo, she running through everybody.
As long as we could. You heard me? But everybody know Fred was knocking it down. Believe that. Facts. But Fred, what really happened though, Fred started feeling away. You know, when Diddy started knocking it down, Fred.
Family, I feel for that brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of men wives who act like that.
It was just, Fred wasn't feeling that shit. He gonna say he don't remember when Diddy knocking it down and started feeling away, but he was knocking it down.
That's why I tell you, you get in a relationship, you gotta be prepared for anything. Cause you're gonna have to hold it. Whatever she do, you're gonna have to eat it. So you're gonna have to be careful of who you pick. Because yo, as a man, that would be a hard one to eat. That Freddy P 20 years later, bro, that would crush you. Even 20 years later, that would crush you. Freddy P, yo, Diddy wouldn't crush you like Freddy P. Diddy wouldn't crush you nowhere near like Freddy P, because Diddy told you something about your wife, but Freddy P really told you something about your wife.
And Fred started feeling away. So that was enough. That was the end of the Fred and Sara era, you know, when Diddy started just fucking facts.
So when Sara and Freddy P was messing around, I remember on Making a Band, her husband, he used to come on the show. Was they messing around at that time too?
No, absolutely not. I think, in my opinion, I think her husband knew what was down with Sara as a person. So I think that he was trying to protect her. You dig? Protect her from embarrassing herself. And that's just my opinion. You dig?
Yeah, but you know what they gonna call that? They gonna call that controlling. It only wouldn't be controlling if she was doing that to him. It would be trying to protect his interest if she was doing that to him. But anytime you feel the need to guide your wife, anytime it's time for you to be a man, they're gonna call you a name. Anytime you being a man, bro, you better be ready. They're gonna call you a name.
He was trying to protect her from embarrassing herself, which eventually ended up happening anyway, because the more that he wasn't around is the more she started doing her. Because
You can't go on the road with her, bro. You home with the kids and you working, trying to keep the bills paid and everything while she out here doing that.
I'm starting to feel like, nah, she was probably trying to run from him. You dig? So when he wasn't able to be in control on making the band like how he's normally in control, obviously in her life, you know, she was running like a free slave, and she was cutting the fuck up because obviously she must hated her life back then. But in my opinion, I think, just my opinion, and I don't do no capping, you dig?
In my opinion, she ungrateful. Like they always be, family, when they act like that and got a man like that. She ungrateful. She want it all. She want it all.
I think that her husband at that time, he done everything right for her, you know, laced her up. He took care of her. You know, Sara didn't come into the band struggling, you know. She came into the band with money. Sara already had buku money. And, you know, they hold
Now imagine that. Imagine you a dude this serious, trying to help your wife pursue her dream. And this how she thank you. This how she thank you, bro.
little wiggle. They had money. So Sara ain't have a worry in the world. And I think that he was just trying to protect her from embarrassing herself, which she ended up doing anyway. So yeah, that's what happened. The more they got Sara's husband away from him was the most Sara was able to kind of thought out a little bit.
You ever notice every time they put somebody's wife on camera, she straight embarrass them? In any kind of these situations, we see it online all the time. But fellas, we ain't allowed to talk about
You hear me? Facts though. That's just my opinion. Say, bro, after I seen Sara do all that there, I couldn't look at women the same way. And that sucks. But it just made me look like, damn, even the married women be out here cutting up.
family. So many brothers told me that. So many brothers I ran into told me, yo, I used to look at married women like the most respectable women in the world. And then they had an experience like seeing one act like this, and they say it changed the whole way they view women. That incident, that situation that they saw her in, changed the whole way they looked at women from that point on.
And that maybe it did traumatize me. Mind you, I was a young dude. I wasn't over 21. I wasn't none of that. I was young. So you dig? I seen a lot of
Because he saw all that man was doing for her to help her pursue her dream. And the minute he couldn't see her, she cut straight up like she wasn't even married, like she was just some freak. That's how she cut up, family, like she didn't even have a man. And she was on TV.
shit growing up, but I never seen a married woman cut up like that. I never seen it. You dig? And that made me say, damn, even the married woman, I think married women sometimes be the worst ones. Yikes.
I ain't saying she was on TV doing that. I'm saying she was on TV so everybody know her and everybody remember he was her husband at the time. I can just imagine how he feeling right now after listening and hearing this about your wife that you was working your ass off to take care of and help her pursue her dream. And this how she repaid you. You couldn't give her enough. All right, you couldn't give her enough. She did what most of them do when they ain't had to earn it. She showed you how grateful she was.
Mm-mm. Yikes. Me up.
All right, family, smash that like button. We keeping it busting. Hey, family, look, I know y'all see that I'm struggle streaming bad now. YouTube done kicked me out the algorithm. I don't know what I did, but I ain't in the algorithm. So y'all just pulling up happen to pull up, but I ain't in the algorithm, so it ain't gonna get out. The video not gonna get many views until YouTube feel like taking me off punishment.
It was so. How was it?
All right. The freak off situation. Mind you, bro. If you are a celebrity and you party and having fun and y'all fucking on each other, if that's called a freak off, then so be it. But I don't think Diddy was orchestrating who, and I didn't see that. You dare? I didn't see that. All I seen was people fucking each other, kissing each other, getting sucked, pussy getting ate. I seen all that. That's typical though. So I don't understand how freak offs can be a crime when everybody just gonna be fucking on each other anyway. A bunch of rich people snorting coke and fucking on each other and drunk. If that's a freak off, then I like to go back to it. I like to go back to a freak off. I ain't, I like fucking celebrity business, and that's the fun thing about the freak offs. In my time when I was there, it was like celebrities was fucking each other, like all the movie stars and all the actresses was fucking like it was nothing. They was on that powder heavy, but they was fucking. Hey, how you doing? What's down with you? Oh yeah. That's how I was. So I liked the freak offs. So I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but it was fun to me when I was young and I was there. It was fun to me. I was a kid in the candy store, looking at all these actresses that you grow up watching. You heard me, and these hoes sucking dick and fucking and throwing powder and all types of wild foolishness. But if that's a crime, then fuck it, sign me up. I like to go for celebrity bit that you'll never get no play from if you would have met her regularly. Why not? So I haven't seen Diddy do no weird shit in the parties. It just looked like everybody was having fun.
He said all them celebrity ladies be going ham in them parties. He said, and whenever they in them parties, you could just walk up to them and smash them. He said he wouldn't have been able to smash none of them on no other occasion except at the party.
Everybody was just, having fun. I don't know. I can't sit up here and say I seen some demonic shit. And to me, I just think it's the prosecutors over exaggerating it because that's what they do best. Freak offs isn't a crime. Is it?
Nah,
You know you can't say that, brother.
not at all. But I mean, if you spiking bottles and you not letting the females know, yeah, it's something wrong with that.
See, I obviously I wasn't that strategic to peep that out, but I seen a lot of powder get snort, but I ain't seen no bottles get spiked and all that there. Maybe I wasn't intelligent enough, wise enough, sharp enough to peep that out,
Family, he seen a lot of addicts using drugs because that's what they was doing at the parties. They was partying. All right, now everybody was getting drugged and everybody that was partying is suing them.
But if that's, come on, they talking about Spike, Baby Earl, and all this shit. People just be talking to talk, bro. I don't know if that's what I seen. Maybe I was lackluster, but I seen the obvious. You can't hide the obvious. Powder getting snorted, and I seen all that, but I ain't seen no spike bottles and all that though. That's what I seen. So I didn't see no weird ass.
Family, I'm not saying Diddy didn't have no victims. We know he got one victim for sure, right? That we seen the tape. But what I'm telling you is, we know he don't got all of them victims. All of them not no victims, fam.
Weird Al Yakovich type shit. I didn't see that though. I was just seeing it look like normal what it looked like. And I've been to a lot of them and it all looked the same to me. So that's just what I see.
A lot of them, just like Sara, didn't get what they wanted out of it. Didn't get what they thought they deserved out of it because she thought she had something between her legs that didn't nobody else have between theirs. They always seem to think it's way more valuable than it is until they find out it's not. And then when they find out it's not, you done something to them. And that's Diddy's thing. He rich and famous, family, and everybody who let him between their legs think he owed them whatever they want. And we know that ain't gonna never be the deal. All right, in life, sometimes you're gonna get what you deserve, and sometimes you just gonna get what you get.
And I can't sit up here and over exaggerate something that ain't true. I wouldn't even, as you see, I didn't even do that for Sara. So I'm not gonna lie and make it seem like I seen more than what I seen. I know what a freak off is. That's a new word now, but I know what having fun, partying mean. So if he was spiking drinks and all that there, then he deserved to be where he at. That's some demonic shit, you know. But I just, maybe it's me. But the same way, and I hate to say this here, the same way Sara got on that got on that thing and talked down on that man, you dig, and was lying. I can just imagine it was buku other people doing the same thing. And that's just my opinion. I think a lot of them are lying on him. That's just my opinion, bro. You heard me? I think they lying. And I haven't seen no Diddy around here
You know you can't say that, my brother.
like the freak off master king telling people what to do and all that weird shit. I haven't seen that. I seen it look like a extravagant event and people was rich as you heard me, and they was having a ball, doing whatever they wanted to do. Not the normal typical, but actually doing what they wanted to do. And that's what I seen. So I can't say
See, you gotta remember, family. They ain't the ladies that's suing. The rich and famous ladies, not the ladies that's suing. Why? Because they doing something. They still having a life. They ain't gotta sue to try to, come up on something. They actually got something done. See, all these ladies that's suing never got what they was looking for. See, if they was like those ladies that got what they was looking for, they wouldn't have no reason to be suing either.
the freak offs with some weird shit. No, let me rephrase that. It was a little UFO-ish. You heard me? It was a little X-File-ish, but it wasn't not typical either. When you're
Why you say that?
because I seen shit that I didn't want to see with my eyes that made my eyes uncomfortable.
And he know he been to more of those parties than just Diddy's.
Like watching celebrities. Sometimes some just things that was uncomfortable. When I say uncomfortable to my eyes, you know what that mean. I seen
Family, remember, Diddy was going to those parties before he was throwing them. He didn't just go to Diddy party. He went to other people parties who was just like Diddy's.
uncomfortable to my eyes situations in those parties as well. But it ain't my business. But I'm not gonna. I had to rephrase. That. Yeah, I seen things that was uncomfortable to my eyes that I don't condone in. So it was just uncomfortable.
Like what? You don't have to expose nobody and say nobody's name, but
I mean,
what was they doing?
yeah, you can walk past. You'll see men on men.
Yeah, he was saying stuff like 2 men, something that would make me leave.
Women on women, women on men, 3 men, 1 woman, one, I seen that type of shit too, you dig? So, and that was uncomfortable.
Family, the minute I see 2 men together, no pressure, but I'm gone. I mean, they can stay. I ain't gonna bother them. I'm out of here. This not my type of party. I mean, they got the right to be who they want to be. And I got the right to not want to be around it.
To my eyes. So if that's part of a freak off, then it's a freak off. You dig? Long as you don't get down like that, you ain't got nothing to worry about. And that's how I seen it. I don't get down like that, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. But I seen that too. I seen uncomfortable to my eyes situations for sure.
I mean, and I don't feel no kind of way about him for staying. I'm just saying I personally wouldn't even want that around me.
That I don't rock with. You heard me? That's all. I don't rock with it,
And when you would see these celebrities at these parties, they was cool with the environment. They was cool with everything.
Absolutely. Having a ball. Like it was 1999. So I don't know, bro. I'm talking about celebrities. I'm talking about big time celebrities. You dig? I was just young city. I was just Choppa. You heard me? But to see like the job.
And think about it. These women, he said, would never talk to him. He could never get no play from them. In the Diddy party, when they in the party, you could just walk up to them and smash them. And then any other occasion, they would never pay you no mind.
Doggernauts, the big dogs, the people we grew up watching. That was, it was kind of exciting too. It was weird, exciting, and because you can't believe that you're here. They are accepting you. But I don't really think they was accepting it. They just was fucking having fun. They ain't give
You was loving your life, youngster. I hear you.
who was there. And it was kind of like a situation towards, what you see in here don't go outside. It was kind of like that, if that makes sense. Whatever happens in here stays in here, because everybody.
Yeah, because they all had a lot to lose. See, that was the winner party.
They got something to lose in here. So it was kind of like that too. So I guess that made people be okay and willingly able to do whatever they wanted to do in there. You heard me? Because they knew that at the end of the day, it wasn't going to come back out up there.
Family, they not the people suing. It was the people that couldn't get in that part of the party right there that's suing.
That's why people were so eager and fun to do what they wanted to do in there. Just my opinion. Because everybody has something to lose.
All right, family. Look, this another one that sent his wife in the lion's den. All right, excuse me, family, this public announcement. All right, now this guy, Sparkle was his wife, bro. And he thought him and R. Kelly was real good. So he sent his wife to go do a record with R. Kelly. And that's what happened. She never came back.
Allegedly. And just the foolish things he do. But at the same time, man, I don't like the lies that's being done out here where some of these ladies sitting up.
Family, I know the live's super dead because I'm kicked out of the algorithm. All right. And I don't know when they gonna let me back off punishment.
Up there acting all goody two-shoe, like they ain't been shifty and they wasn't dirty and they wasn't doing nothing and participating in this man's actions voluntarily. One person in particular, Sparkles, the singer. You better be careful what you say to me. Right. Didn't have to be careful. You didn't do nothing. Or somebody might say it to you. You better be careful what you do to me. Didn't have to be careful with that. You did it. This girl sitting here, man, and Charlamagne, man, I'm mad at y'all, man. As much as y'all call people out on that BS and trash, when Sparkle came up to that Breakfast Club show, y'all know damn well the evidence that was out on her, knowingly sleeping with R. Kelly, man. And that lady sat there and tried to really tell y'all that R. Kelly did her whole album and nothing happened. He just went out of his way, produced her album, wrote her songs, played all her music. She's standing in the studio with him all these days and weeks, and nothing happened.
Family, he sent his wife supposedly to record an album with R. Kelly for 2 weeks. Family, what kind of man sent his wife with a man for 2 weeks without him?
When y'all know y'all saw the interview, a public announcement. Y'all know y'all saw that interview with public announcement telling that Sparkle left her husband for R. Kelly, who was also a member of the group. Public announcement. And she was married. She was a married woman who left her husband the moment she went in the studio with R. Kelly and worked on that song, work on her album, and never went back home. She stayed with R. Kelly.
And let me tell you when Sparkle really hopped all the way in her feelings. When R. Kelly got married.
She had sex with that man. Allegedly. Her husband on record saying it. She was messing around with R.
She left her husband, from what I hear, for R. Kelly. And R. Kelly went and got married on her. Right in her face.
Kelly. And y'all know that. Y'all knew that. And y'all let this woman come on there giving this sad story like she didn't touch this man or was with him at all. And she really bitter.
I mean, this was after the Aaliyah situation, family. This was when he was married to that Andrea Kelly. Yeah, her.
And it hurt because he was just done with her. He was done with her. On to the next. Horrible. Horrible. She's sitting up there acting all goody two-shoe. And she was just horrible, man. If you listen to her testimony and what she was doing, she was horrible in her testimonies. She knew about R. Kelly's dealings and what he did, and you still decide to introduce your niece to R. Kelly, who you was having sex with also. And the reason why your family not talking to you, because they know your dealings in this situation. And y'all let her get away with that stuff. And she's sitting on there acting as if she ain't did nothing. Like, no, me and Robert relationship was just strictly business. We never did nothing. You was a married man. You was a married woman.
Yeah, they knew all of this. But bro, you can't ask a woman questions like that. Even if you know she lying. You can only do that to a man.
Committed adultery against your husband, laying down with R. Kelly. You wanted so much to be rich and famous. You just wanted to, not only to be rich and famous, you probably desired and wanted to be with him anyway. He R. Kelly. And at that time, he was young and popping.
You daggone right she did.
A lot of women find him attractive. Why would you be any different? You wanted your shot too. You thought you was going to put it on him. He was going to fall in love. Y'all were going to make magic together. And that was...
They all think that, family. See, she think, listen, women trained to believe all men are the same. That is just women that's different. Family, they think all of us the same. All of us got this. They think we all the same. All right, so she think if her husband find her attractive and fall in love with her like that, you gonna feel the same way about her. It ain't gonna be till years later till when she realized, family, she don't really have no gold between her legs. That when she realized she got the same thing between her legs that everybody else got. And the only thing that's going to keep her man is what's between her eyes and not what's between her legs.
Going to be your new husband. It didn't work that way. It didn't work that way because he crazy. He did what he did to you, knocking you down. And crazy thing is, he may have put money in your pocket, but you put money back in his pocket. Get up out of here. You left your husband. You broke your vows. You did all that stuff. You would have made it anyway if you were just faithful and stayed to your craft and took care of your business. You betrayed your husband for him, and then when he was done with you.
Family, when I say most women think all men are the same, I mean this. She think if that trash man thinks she's sexy, that I would think she's sexy too. And that doctor would think she's sexy too. And that actor would think she's sexy too. She believed that all of us are the same. She believed that it's just a difference in women. She don't understand that I got a different experience with that than that trash man. She don't understand that, listen, all my life, beautiful women didn't ignore me. All his life, they ignored him. He think everybody's sexy.
You trying to bring the man down because you in your feelings because he don't want you no more. Yep.
He having a hard time out here. I'm running from that. I'm running from what's between women's legs. He can't buy some. Me and him got a different experience. So what he would find attractive, I probably would stay away from.
And that's crazy. y'all Breakfast Club, y'all can be so selective, it ain't even funny. Y'all try to call out other people on their stuff, but y'all know, y'all knew it. Y'all knew she was lying. It's all over y'all faces. And y'all journalists, y'all do the studying and background of they interviews that they do before they even come on.
So family, what I'm trying to get you to understand is that Sparkle thought R. Kelly would see her the same way her husband did once she gave him what was between her legs. And once she found out she was just another one, and on top of that, bro got a wife now. Oh, she was heated. She left her husband to be with you, but he never told her to do that.
Being aware of what's going on to acts, and y'all really swept that under the rug. Y'all swept that under the rug, man. Y'all swept that under the rug. Charlamagne, you bogus. Envy, you bogus. And Angela Lee, you bogus too. All three of y'all. Y'all let that slide, and y'all knew the truth. Just like, and I know y'all bigger than me. All the stuff people send y'all, if y'all got it, if I got it, y'all got it. Get up out of here, man. Know you heard them public announcement interviews. I didn't even know she was married to a member of the group of public announcement.
Bro, I blame him just as much as I blame her. Bro, you don't send your wife with R. Kelly without you. You crazy? Bro, R. Kelly can give her stuff you can't give her. And if you really believe her love for you, gonna overpower anything she want, you're gonna find you got a lot to learn about women.
And public announcement wasn't even taken up for R. Kelly. They admitted he was a rapist. In fact, that's what they really said.
And the minute she believe all she gotta do to get it is give him the same thing she gave you, she gonna give him the same thing she gave you. The problem gonna be he never gonna see her the way you see her, bro.
Sparkle husband, who she was married to, y'all, look up the interview, public announcement interview on R. Kelly. One of the members in the group was married to Sparkles before they met R. Kelly. That was his wife. They was musicians. They wrote their own songs and everything. He said he caught R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah on a tour bus. This is Sparkle husband. When he caught R. Kelly on a tour bus, allegedly having sex with Aaliyah while she was under the age, he left the tour immediately and never came back. R. Kelly came and was asking where he go.
Family, that's not why he left. He left because R. Kelly wouldn't give him his wife back.
And
R. Kelly said he never asked his wife to stay. Okay? His wife wouldn't leave.
The other member from public announcement was like, he said he saw you back there having sex with that young girl, man. And he left.
I just found that hard to believe that he saw that. Not that happened, but that he saw that thing. Because it was plenty of them on the bus. And he was the only one that saw that. I don't believe that. That's a story he gave because he was salty at R. Kelly for taking his wife. And I understand.
It said R. Kelly was salty from that day. And when
I don't understand him doing that. I don't have no understanding for him doing that. I'm saying I know why he doing it.
Sparkle had came to the studio because he was gonna work on her album.
Family, before y'all get this misconstrued, I know most definitely that R. Kelly was sleeping with Aaliyah at that time. I just don't believe that brother has saw it.
That was his way of like getting revenge on dude. And she never went back home. She never went back home. She went to the studio with R. Kelly and never went back home. The girl forgot she was married. She thought she was gonna live it up, have her way. And when he was done with her, she was embarrassed. She was shamed. Horrible. She thought she was gonna be the Mary J. Blige, the new queen of R&B. Girl, get up out of here. Horrible. Horrible. That man.
Bro, would you send your wife to record with R. Kelly without you? A whole album? Bro, she gonna be gone with this dude in the studio with this dude for weeks at a time with just him and her. Would you let your wife do something like that?
And turned you out. Turned you out. You forgot your religion. Got you all in the video playing like a lesbian. Girl, get up out of here. Then you getting all in front of these cameras trying to want people to feel sorry for you, lying like you wasn't sucking this man off and he was having his way with you. Get up out of here, girl. Horrible. I don't like when they be lying and doing that stuff. Just tell the truth. We know R. Kelly is a monster. We know he a creep. We know he a weirdo. We know something wrong with him. Anytime you want to bend over your own mama, yeah.
Family, you know, I can't let them get all down in the weeds because I don't have no proof for none of that stuff, none of the rest of the stuff. And you know, my goal was to just bring to you, like, you know, Sparkle, she came out with all of this stuff about R. Kelly, you know, when her career didn't take off. You feel me? Her career didn't take off because she got in her feelings, family. She got in her feelings that he was married. She left her husband to be with him when he never told her to do that. He knew she was just in the studio and she was right there and going to be there. She was sexy. And listen, from the time he laid his eyes on that man's wife, he had plans on smashing. Trust me, bro, he had plans on clapping them cheeks. And she wanted to sing. He knew it was on then. He knew. And then all he had to do from there was get her husband to trust him enough to send his wife to him, which is exactly what he did. He trusted R. Kelly enough to send his wife with R. Kelly. Family, you ain't had to be the sharpest knife in the drawer to realize you doing something stupid. You know what I'm saying? Look, everybody gonna make some mistakes. All right, all of us. We gotta get the other L from the loss, the lesson. Family, we can't let people talk us out of the lesson. All right? Because they don't want to hear about our losses that we took. They only want us to hear about theirs. No, brothers, we took a bunch of losses too, and we still taking them. And they still demanding that we shut up. No, bro, I'm telling you right now, we gonna come here and we gonna call a spade a spade. Now, if that brother out of pocket, we gonna say that brother out of pocket. But if we think that brother is in the right, over here we gonna have his back. And we don't care that y'all think we should believe something that sounds stupid just because it's coming from somebody with something different between their legs than what we got. All right, listen, we deserve to be treated fair too. That's all we asking. We ain't asking for nothing special. We just asking that when we say something, look, we don't gotta be crucified. We get a chance to let you know how we feel about the situation without feeling like we gotta get set on fire about it. So look, family, as always, it don't take much to be nice. You know, I hope everybody had a wonderful experience for the past hour and 15 minutes with your brother. Look, I always enjoy my time here. I love you, family. Make sure you smash that like button. Look, y'all see I'm struggle streaming bad. I'm kicked out of the algorithm, family. I don't know when YouTube gonna let me back off punishment, but I gotta keep working. I love y'all, family. Smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I love you, family. Still swinging out.